Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Snap. I am Michael, and today we're in the final episode. So this is it. We have quite a few things we need to do today. We need to get all the rest of the shots, show off some special shots, and get a better picture of Mew, and then we also need to theorize about what's going on here. And as we did beat the game last time, we have a new setting that's added. We can see how many points we get per course and try and beat our high score. We will not be doing that in this Let's Play because really this was just to show off everything in the game, and challenge scores is just doing your best to get the most amount of points. So we will be going through each and every level. So we'll start off with the beach.
Yes.
We only have a couple of shots that we gotta do here today. To start, it was mentioned in threads how to get a better picture of the Pidgeys, and that is to look back behind you as they're flying towards you. I actually did not know about this before, so thank you everyone for mentioning that. And then this was also mentioned, and I kind of hinted at it earlier in the Let's Play, we want to bring over Pikachu towards this surfboard. And anyone who is really into the original Pokemon trading cards will kind of know what this is. Get a picture of a surfing Pikachu, which kind of hinted at with the lightning bolt on the surfboard. Now we'll just hurry along. We have a Pokeflute now, and there's a sleeping Snorlax. So, we can make it dance by playing the Pokeflute. The Pokeflute does have 3 different songs, and certain Pokemon will dance differently depending on what song's playing. We'll see a bit of that later. And if we hit Meowth with a Pester Ball up here, we knock it down. And if we play the Pokeflute again, it'll start dancing and we can get a closer shot of the dancing Meowth. And for the next one, we want to bring out the Scyther. Not because we want a better picture of Scyther, though if we could get one that would be nice. And again, this is just really kind of difficult to do in general. And here I am freaking out that I'm not going to get it. I'm missing my chance. There. Not exactly as close as I want to be, but when you bring out the Scyther, it does bring out 2 Pikachus. And I'm hoping that they'll get on the stump soon enough. And now I'm getting too far away, so I just gotta go for it. Pikachu will cast Thunder when the Pokeflute is playing, so you can get a shot of 2 Pikachus using Thunder there. And that's basically it for the beach. That's all we really have to show off here, so we're gonna get caught on Meowth, as per usual. And we're just kinda gonna go. I do think I want a better picture of the Chansey, seeing as I kinda got a bad one earlier. And I don't know if King's Con affected by the Pokeflute, but doesn't look like it. Oh well. Make it a little angry. No, still nothing. Oh well. They can't all be affected after all. And for the last time, we'll see if we can save this Meowth. Yep, we did it. That Meowth is happy. Not that it probably really matters, I mean, after all, this probably isn't even real. But we'll get into that. See, now we see how many points we get, and really kind of get quite a few. But the challenge scores are pretty high, and I don't want to be wasting my time doing that. I think out of all these special photos of Pikachu, the Balloon Pikachu might be the best one. There is one other one that could be better, but I was unable to get it. But I will still show it off in a different way. And I don't believe we got any new photos this time around. I think the last couple new ones are in the later levels. Better shot of the Pidgey though, everyone was right. If I didn't speed ahead, it might have been closer and been better. Excuse me. Yeah, the base shot of that Pikachu is 16 to 100, so it'd be kind of hard to beat. And of course we want to keep the better shot. Hopefully this is a better
Well done.
Barely. It's barely better. Dancing Snorlax is barely better than just half asleep Snorlax. And this one's basically the same photo, just closer because we were able to knock down the Meowth.
Well done.
Size is about the same. I'm hoping the pose. Yeah, the better pose.
Well done.
We're getting really close to finishing off all the Pokemon, though.
Welcome back.
So now we gotta go into the tunnel.
Yes.
And unfortunately the tunnel does have a shot I was unable to get. So, if you get a shot of the Pikachu right away, it makes it move. And you kind of want to get a couple shots of it, which I kind of forgot to do. So that makes it rush over. And what it'll do is the Pikachu will actually jump up onto the Electrode, which I will show off in the video right here. See, look at that, isn't that cute? So I missed that, but it's okay. I mean, I still got to show it off, and don't want to get caught on Electabuzz, but it's looking like I'm gonna... yeah. Aside from that one, we do need to get an official shot of the Zapdos. We did see it earlier, but I didn't take a photo of it. So, we'll start by moving the Pikachu over to the egg. And then we'll play the Poke Flute to make it hatch the Zapdos. Zapdos, when I originally played Pokemon, was my favorite of the legendary birds, but it has recently, and by recently I mean within the last 10 years or so, has become Articuno. What else did we do? We could get a shot of the Doug Trio, see if we can get a better one. Seeing as I got a pretty crappy one before. Of course, that means we have to get these shots of the Diglett pretty quickly. There's the first Doug Trio, and that could be a better shot. But as we know, when you take a picture of the Doug Trio, 2 Doug Trios pop up. So that might be better than the other one. But then, of course, another set of them come out. So you can actually get a shot of 3 Doug Trio. We don't need the Pokemon signs, since we already got them. You can take a photo of them again, but there's not really any point to it. And here we'll get a better picture of the Magneton. And as I said, as it was brought up before, you do kind of steer the 0-1 here, so we can try and aim ourselves to do a better shot of Magneton. So it might not have to have been done, since kind of just got it to turn around for us. Yeah, that should be good enough. Just don't want to get caught on it now. And that's it for the tunnel. I hope everyone enjoyed it. Don't really... we already know the Pikachus won't be better than the other one, so no point in getting that. I might as well try the Thunder one. I think Zapdos being hatched would be better than regular Zapdos. Still didn't get a very good photo of the Doug Trio, sadly. It's kind of hard to tell when you're in the moment. And hopefully that's a better Magneton.
Yes.
Oh, that's Pika. So that's actually a pretty good shot of Pikachu, but still not as good as the Balloon Pikachu. And a pretty decent shot of Zapdos. I still like electric types. They're really good Pokemon. So far it's better.
Wow.
And there are the Doug Trio in the picture. So there we go.
Well done.
A better shot nonetheless. This one's pretty similar, except it's facing us this time, so that kind of changes things a lot in Professor Oak's mind.
Well done.
We only need 6 more. Can you believe it? 6 more Pokemon and we're done. Kind of.
Yes.
So, the volcano does technically have some Pokemon we need. Specifically only one. See if we can get a better shot of the Rapidash. Since now I know it can do that nay, but might have missed my chance. Let's hurry along, no point in wasting time. See Vulpix. And also if I were to mess up this shot, I'd have to do it all over again anyway. But I mean, I'm an expert Pokemon photographer at this point, so I mean, that ain't gonna happen, right? Okay, so we saw earlier that Arcanine is in the one middle one, but there are Growlithe within the other 2. So you can technically get a shot of Arcanines with 2 Growlithe, though I mean the only thing that counts for a better shot is the multiple Growlithe. And we're here, so might as well wreck this Charmeleon's day. See if we can get a better shot of the Charizard, because it'll be pretty angry. I wondered if the Poke Flute did anything, but it doesn't. I don't think any Pokemon here are affected by the Poke Flute, actually. Which is kind of sad. I mean, it would be really cool if you get all those, like, Charmanders you can group together and get them dancing or something. That'd be really nice. Alright, so the new one, might be a good Rapidash. The only new one we have is the Growlithe. 2 little Growlies. And that's it. And that was the end of the Volcano. A way better size. Oh, and it still counted as names, so that worked out really well.
Well done.
Not a great size, unfortunately, but the pose is nice, and they're right in the middle, and there's 2 of them, so it'll still be an okay photo. Apparently, it's not even close to being good. I don't understand you, Professor Oak. 5 more.
Welcome back.
Okay. So, we're done the volcano. We're now halfway through the main courses, and we're going to go into the river. Someone might be hiding nearby. Oh, that's a clue to get to the cave. They're referring to the Porygons. Okay, so let's see if we can get a better shot of these Poliwags here. I'm going to use the Pester Balls to get them all over there, except I accidentally hit that one directly, so that kind of messed that up. But that's okay. Still got him up there, and we got it! They're all jumping in, and that's really hard to get. So we want to knock out the first Bulbasaur with the Pester Ball, bring out one from in here with a little apple, and then we got a shot at 2 Bulbasaurs. We could go for the third one and try and get all 3 at once, but it'd be really hard to pull them all over here. Yeah. So we got a shot at that Bulbasaur, which is really nice. And now we need the Vileplume for real this time. And it's dancing, so that should be a pretty good point value. And oh my god, that was like a lot of oysters right there. Whoa. I didn't even know that could happen here. I guess that's a way to get a better shot at the Poliwag. If you know what's going to happen and are waiting for it. We do know about the dancing Psyduck, and we could try and go for it. But I kind of want to focus on the Porygons. So if you hit the Porygon once it pops out, and if you hit it out a second time, it loses its little camouflage, so you can get a picture of a regular Porygon. And that's what we know about Porygon. Now lastly, there's another Pikachu over here. If you manage to get a shot of it, it starts running around really fast. It's a little speedy Pikachu. That, of course, makes it very difficult to photograph, so your best bet is to just kind of constantly shoot and hope you get it. That is, of course, worth bonus points, but you'd have to be pretty good to get that shot, and I still think that the Balloon Pikachu is better points. And the only new one this time, I believe, was the Vileplume. But that's okay, I mean, I've been pretty efficient in getting the photographs so far. And we technically could have had this earlier, but I wanted to dedicate the previous video entirely to the signs only. Especially since some of the signs would make it difficult to get some of the shots, if I were to try and focus on both. Such as getting the Kingler sign and the Surfing Pikachu shown off.
Yes.
With that, let's see what Professor Oak has to say. That's so silly. But it's about to jump in. I think that one is jumping. I think he's referring to the one beside it, which is really weird. But I mean, we've seen that Professor Oak is a little weird on what he thinks is going on in these photos.
Well done.
Nice. That's a pretty decent photo of the Bulbasaur.
Wonderful.
And an okay shot of that. Now then, the Shelder. I meant to say Shelder. I think I said Cloyster earlier. What a fool. Who am I to be playing this game with such terrible classification of Pokemon? But I guess that one's better. Hopefully this one is a bit better. Well, the Jelly might have gotten it. In fact, if there's two Pokemon, is going to help it even more. That's a really good shot, actually. You can only get the twos. If you knock out the third one, it will automatically go on the button. Yeah, and the Speed Pikachu is only 800, so it's less, or it's exactly half of what the Balloon Pikachu is worth on its own. So we only need 4 more Pokemon, and actually, the cave is where all 4 are. So, this is going to be a pretty good run right here, getting all the last few Pokemon we need.
Yes.
We will be stopping back in the Valley in Rainbow Cloud, though. So to start us off, we do need to get a shot of the first 2 Grimer. As you saw in the signs, if you don't take these shots, the 3rd Grimer doesn't appear. And we do need that to happen. Just in case that one didn't count. Okay, so let's go along. Hopefully that will spawn. And it did. So we want to hit it with a couple Pester Balls. And if you do that, this Grimer will actually evolve into Muck. So there we go. First new Pokemon. And if we take a look at these regular Bulbasaurs, if we hit them with either a Pester Ball, they'll actually reveal to be Dittos. I mean, there was absolutely no way for us to have known that those were Dittos. None at all. Now for a special shot. We kind of want to save this Jigglypuff from the really mean coughing. And there are actually 3 Jigglypuff. And if we save all 3, it gets us a really good shot. And you can see the Jigglypuff just kind of floating off. But you can already hear that there's another one. And unfortunately, I'm only going to be able to save the 2, just because I kind of want to focus over here on the Weeping Bell. So, the last time we saw a Pokemon like this was with Charmeleon. And it was walking around a lava pond. So if we hit the Weeping Bell into the water pond, it somehow evolves into Victory Bell. And the only way I can imagine that being the case is if there was actually a leaf stone underneath. And for another secret shot, we kind of want to try and save this Pikachu, which is really hard to do. If that's not apparent, like, there we go. Now I don't actually know the timing for this one, so I'm not actually going to get the shot I need. But we do see that the Articuno is here, and this is actually the last Pokemon we needed. Maybe we can get a better shot of the Jinx since they'll be dancing. And there's the Articuno. And now I don't know how you're supposed to get it to happen, but if you save that balloon Pikachu and get the Articuno, you can actually get a shot of Pikachu riding the Articuno, which I'll show on the screen now. I don't know what kind of timing that is, and I can see the Pikachu right there, so not sure. But you can hear this. If you save the Jigglypuff from the coughing, it'll actually be here singing. And if you get all three, there will be 2 Jigglypuff dancing around while one is singing. Unfortunately, I messed that up, but that's kind of a hard timing to get. You kind of need to be really on the ball for that one. And with that, we actually got all the Pokemon. Which I think is an achievement in itself. We have photographed all 63 Pokemon now. None of those guys are really worth the photo. And I don't think there's a chance to get a good picture of Victory Bell. And by good, I mean one where it doesn't look like its eyes are popping out of its head. I was so focused on the Jinx, I didn't really get a good shot of the Articuno hatching. And the Jigglypuff. That should be better, hopefully, than the upset Jigglypuff.
Wonderful.
I do like that there were Ditto in the game. Ditto was a really neat Pokemon, a really cool idea with a neat backstory and some fan theories.
Wonderful.
And the fact that like the Bulbasaur's faces weren't quite right to tell you that it was in fact a Ditto and you have to figure out how to get it to transform back is really cool.
Wonderful.
And the dancing Jinx is obviously going to be better than the sleeping or laying around Jinx. And the final bird. Not a very good shot at all, but that's okay, we just needed a photo of it. Jigglypuff on stage, base value of 500. Not a very good size comparatively, but it is singing, so the pose is better and there's multiple in the screen.
Well done.
So a pretty good photo of Jigglypuff in the long run. So that's all 63. So Professor Oak here is actually going to congratulate us and immediately cut us to the credits. I don't know what you were teaching me, Professor. I was kind of doing that on my own. It did go by really fast. This was actually a really quick couple weeks with you guys.
See you.
And he does force us to save and go on, but we'll come back to those later.
Yes.
We have a couple more shots to do. And there's really only one reason to be here, so there's no point in just sitting around. Let's cut right to it. And everyone gets to listen to this great music again. Like, holy cow, did they go all out on the soundtrack here. I just get lost in it. But yeah, so the reason that we couldn't do both of these at the same time is because I didn't want to focus on the Gyarados and this. We can actually make the Graveler dance. We'll get a good shot of Graveler here. And actually, these are one of the Pokemon that have different dances depending on which song you play. So you can kind of take your pick on which one you like. And yeah, so that's basically why I didn't want to do this and the Gyarados at the same time earlier. Just because I'd have to be looking back and forth to get the shots I wanted. See if we can get this shot. I missed. Which is kind of why this secret path is kind of a bad one, is because you don't just have to hit that squirrel, you actually have to hit it in the correct direction. So, that was a good, decent shot of Goldine, maybe. And we're actually getting pretty close to the end. It's kind of crazy. It's been 11 weeks. Well, I did have to take a break on it, but 12 weeks for 11 videos isn't too bad. Whichever one. Hopefully it'll be better than that other Graveler anyway. That's it.
Yes. Wow.
Graveler's Group Dance. Base of 500.
Wow.
And it was
Well done.
almost not even better. If there wasn't for the fact that there was more Graveler in the shot, it wouldn't have been better.
Welcome back.
Thank you, Professor. I'm just gonna go into the final level now.
Yes.
I don't know how you get a challenge score that high on this one. There's only one photo to really take. I guess you could take a lot of that one photo and get points racked up. But yes, the quintessential Pokemon that we came here for, Mew. So, you may be wondering what we gotta do to get a better shot of the Mew. Because before it kind of seemed we did everything we could. Same deal as always, we just gotta hit it a couple of times. You apparently can use apples as well as the Pester Balls, but I kind of do a better job with the Pester Balls. Now we're past the first stage, and now we're on to the second stage of the quote-unquote boss fight. And as usual, the pattern does stay the same. I believe it's right, left, left. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm full of it. I always thought it was the same. There we go. Once you get good at the shots, it's pretty easy to hit the ball. Okay, so we want to rush. Rush right now. And what we want to do is we want to start throwing Pester Balls. And I missed my chance. Darn it. Okay, we can do this. This level is actually a decent length. There we go. I was just saying once you get good at it, it's easy to do, and I'm just completely messing it up. Okay, you start throwing the Pester Balls. If you hit the Pester Ball, it freezes, and it does a little spinny thing. But, and then it disappears. However, if we, actually it looks like it won't be on this run. Oh darn. Yeah, so not only do you have to hit Mew with the Pester Balls and apples to make it disappear there, you then have to hit it even more times. And just kind of spam hitting it. And if you can spam hitting it and make it reset the twirling animation, you can get really close to the Mew. And that's kind of the intended thing here you want to do. Just get all those shots. And there we go. And I think it looking back at you is supposed to be the clue that you can do something. And so I guess it's a pretty neat little thing. But if you don't know how to do that, you're going to be really disappointed by a rather crappy photo of Mew after all the work you went through to get it. Like, taking all the photos, finding all the signs, getting here, and then if you don't know to hit it with the Pester Balls, it'll just be a crappy photo. And Mew does automatically become the best photo you'll get if you do a good shot of it. I don't think it's possible to get a better shot than the Mew. And I suppose that makes sense. It is a legendary Pokemon. It is the first Pokemon somehow. Not sure which of these would be better. That one's kind of showing more of it. If I had it a little more in the frame and had its tail, it'd probably be the best shot it can be. But let's see what Professor Oak has to say.
Wow.
The rare Pokemon Mew. Base value is 2,500. Size 750. Pose is perfect for 1,500. Technique right in the middle frame for a double.
Well done.
For a total of 9,500. We could have gotten an extra 500 points for a total of 10,000. And that is the best photo you can get in the game.
You made it.
And because we got a picture of Mew for some reason again, he is automatically going to throw us back into the credits we had seen before. Which I don't understand why. Maybe if you just get a better photo of Mew, he'll always do this. But we're not going to bother with that. We are now, yeah, I guess I left that little bit in. Yeah, we're not bothering with that. We're going to continue, just because there's one last thing I kind of want to show off here. We're going to go to our Pokemon report. Obviously the best shot is going to be Mew, so let's look at this. Here they are. Every single Pokemon we took a photo of. What their points are worth, and what course we got them in. All 63. With the best shot, of course, being the Mew. Of course, being the Rainbow. But that is it. That is everything. That is the entire Pokemon Snap. Now all we have left is to look at those credits that we viewed earlier. Or didn't view. The ones I skipped. Because there's 2 sets of credits in this game. Thank you, Professor Oak. Now before the video ends, let's talk a bit about what's going on in this game. There's been some conspiracy theories popped up in some discussion. And what I think is happening here is that all these Pokemon are fake. Every single one is built by Professor Oak. The only real Pokemon is Mew. Professor Oak had discovered that Mew is on this island up in the Rainbow Cloud, and the only way to make it appear to you is to find the Pokemon signs. Unfortunately, he was unable to do so, finding only the Pinsir, the Coughing, and the Cubone sign, and that is denoted by the fact that you need his items in order to get them. After that, he set up all these Pokemon and these courses, which is why even on the ones that are supposedly hidden, he had a teleporter set up at the end already. And then he called in Todd, under the guise of taking photos of all these Pokemon for him, to find the signs and thusly the Mew, in order to then take credit for it on his research as the Pokemon Professor. That would explain why you do things like use Pester Balls and throw apples that are just generic food when we know that Pokemon tend to have their own special food that they like. And yeah, that's basically what my idea behind all this is. That is just Professor Oak using us to get a better shot of Mew for his research, and he set all this up in order to do so. Of course, that shot of Mew of there is because these credits appeared before I got the best shot. But I want to know what everyone else thinks. This is the end of the LP, but if you have a little idea of your own on what's going on here, just comment, talk about it. I'll let you guys listen to the rest of the music. Thank you all for watching. It has been amazing.